Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're listening from. My name is Adams from the Sidebridge team, and it's very, very early morning here. And I've decided to come give like a little sneak peek into what's a side project I've been building. Something really interesting, something useful to me and to millions of job seekers out there. Um, the project is called Applikit. Before I proceed, I would like to give like a little or brief introduction into what Applikit does and what Applikit aims to be. So, Applikit is an all-in-one tool that aims to help you simplify the whole process that goes into job hunting and applying to jobs, right? Be it generating highly professional and standardized resumes, cover letters, sending code emails to potential employers, job tracking, auto curated jobs based on your work profile and skill sets, and a whole lot more, right? Very, very interesting stuff. But today, I want to focus on a very interesting part of this project, which is kind of like an entry into the platform as well, and that is the onboarding or profile setup flow. As a job seeker myself, or as someone who has applied to hundreds of jobs over the course of my career, I can tell you for a fact that one of the hardest parts of applying to jobs or job hunting is having to set up your profile or your work profile over and over again across hundreds of platforms, right? So, for example, you most likely can't use a profile you set up in one platform, for example, one job platform, for example, in another, which is kind of like very, very, very stressful. And I've worked to really simplify that process, which I'm going to go ahead and demo now. I hope I hope you kind of like enjoy it, and hopefully you can give like a feedback on how it can be improved further. So without further ado, I'm going to sign up to the application to demo the job profile setup flow. By the way, Applicate stands for application kits, as you may have guessed. So I'm going to go ahead and log in with an already created account. It's a new account. And let's see. So when you newly log in into the Applicate app, you get to see what we call the onboarding page or the get started page, which shows you what you can do with Applicate and how you are to get started. For example, since this is a new account, if you go to the profile setup page, for example, you can see there's no detail sets, there's no work or job profile detail sets already. So I'm going to go ahead to set up my account newly now. Now, this is the interesting part I wanted to demo. I wanted to show how easy we've simplified the process of setting up your job profile and actually being able to also use the job profile in other platforms as well. So yeah, now we've made it very, very easy to import your job profile from existing sources. For example, you could import your job profile from your existing CV. We accept multiple document types such as PDF, docx, txt, odf, you name it. And you can also get to import your work profile from your existing LinkedIn profile. For people who have already set up their job profile on LinkedIn, we can also help you import your job profile from there as well. So all you just need to do is provide your LinkedIn profile URL and you're good to go. A very, very interesting part of this onboarding or profile setup flow is also the fact that we allow you just gist us or give us a rough summary of your whole career history, and we'll be able to kind of like deduct and pull data from it and set it to your work profile as well, which I'll also be demoing in little bit. So for example, let's say I don't have an existing CV and I haven't set up my LinkedIn profile, so I don't have any data to pull from there. I can decide to give like a rough history of my work or career so far, and you can just enter your career story here, and we'll try our best to pull data from there. Um, Firstly, I would like to demo importing your work profile from LinkedIn, for example. So I'm going to go ahead and enter my LinkedIn profile here. And I can simply import my old work profile from LinkedIn. So it has been imported successfully. You can see how fast it was. And I can get to review the changes. You can see this profile were pulled, this profile details were pulled from LinkedIn. I'm a front-end developer, so it's very accurate. My education as well, very accurate. My work experience and all other things, right? Um, yeah, and my profile somewhere as well. And there's something I would love you to note about importing your profile from LinkedIn. We don't only we only not pull profile details that you've set up on directly on your LinkedIn profile. But if you've ever applied to any job via LinkedIn before or uploaded your CV on LinkedIn before to apply for a job, we also pull data from there as well. So we have kind of like we pull massively rich data about you from your LinkedIn profile so that you can get a head start. And you can go ahead and edit these details as much as you want, or even generate or rewrite the details to suit better. So that is it about importing your profile from LinkedIn. You can also get to import your profile from an existing CV, for example. So I have okay, this is my recent CV. So I'm going to go ahead and import my profile from the CV. First off, you're going to extract the whole context of that CV. Then we use AI to kind of like comprehend every details about the CV and pass the details accurately into your profile setup forms so that you can edit or update it. So we just the system just imported your my details from my existing CV, and as you can see, it imported my email address as well as all of my work experiences, my projects as well, even useful links such as my Behance profile, my npm package that I've built, um, everything that has to do that is contained in my CV was accurately imported into my job profile, and you can see my highlighted skills as a front-end developer as well as other skills relating to my role as a front-end engineer. And this is also comprehended and passed down from my CV as well. Very cool. Very easy to set up your profile. And the most interesting part of the onboarding process or profile setup process to me is this rough career or work history setup. To demo that, I will have to first refresh the profile setup page so that we can lose this data and start afresh. So as you can see, we don't have any data here anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and demo how you can set up your profile by just giving a rough gist about your work history so far. And what is a gist if you can't talk to the system and have it listen to you? So for the purpose of this demo, I'm going to go ahead and use my voice instead of typing into the box, which is absolutely okay too. So let's see how this works. I'm going to just give a rough or fake experience details and see how it goes. My name is Ben Adams, and I am a software front-end engineer. New line. I specialize in using JavaScript, TypeScript, and other front-end technologies as well. My past experiences include working at Google as a front-end engineer between May 2002 to May 2006. Full stop. Other experiences include working at Figma from January 2019 to December 2020. Full stop. New line. New line. I have also worked at Microsoft as a systems engineer between 2000 to 2015. Full stop. New line. New line. My education background include attending the University of Oxford, and I graduated with a first class. I studied computer engineering at the University of Oxford. So with this, rough experience or career background that I gave, I can actually deduct data from it by, trying to import. As you can see, it is already comprehending the story and trying to pass profile details from the story I gave into my work profile, which I think is very, very, very interesting, especially for people who don't have the time to type or don't want to go through the whole stress of typing and all. So I can get to review the change. As you can see from the story I gave, it was able to deduct that my first name is Adams, my first name is Ben, my last name is Adams, and deduct my professional title as well. And if we go into the skills and experience from the story I gave, you can see I said I used JavaScript. And if it goes into my education as well, it gave an example. It was able to deduct that I went to University of Oxford, my course of study, and even gave a study highlight as well as my work experience. I said I worked at Google from May 2002 to 2006. It was able to deduct other details and even give an example of what it feels like to contribute as a front-end engineer at Google. As you can see, improved user experience. I didn't even give these details at all, but it was able to kind of like help me generate an example which I can go ahead and edit or just save. I said I worked at Figma as well. Very, very interesting stuff. Easy to set up your profile. And the most interesting part of this is that with our Chrome extension, for example, you can use this profile you've set up here in other job platforms as well. Now, if you come to the onboarding page, you can see some of our features includes, generating job kits such as CVs, cover letters, code DM content, and even auto-curated, match jobs that match your skills and experience, right? So what powers all of this is actually the profile setup, right? So we generate kits, for example, based on your work profile, your skill sets, and all of those things, and actually based on the job you're hoping to apply to as well. So if you want to be part of the first people to, get a first-hand experience of this amazing stuff I'm building, I would implore you to kindly, join the waitlist. Go to applikit.com, and join the waitlist to know when we finally launch, which is kind of like at the corner already. So thank you very much for for watching this short demo. I do appreciate your time. Thank you very much.